Let me tell you something that might surprise you. As you get older, attracting women has less and less to do with money, looks, or clever lines, and way more to do with how you communicate. There are two simple phrases that can completely change how women see you. Not because they're magical, but because they trigger something deeper, emotional clarity. And most men never use them the right way. Today, I'm going to break down what those words are, why they work, and the one mistake that ruins everything. Stay with me, because this can seriously upgrade the way you show up. For years, I've noticed something interesting. The men who naturally attract women aren't always the best looking. They're not always the richest. They're not even the funniest. What they have is clarity. While most guys talk in circles, maybe we could hang out sometime. I don't know. What do you want to do? We'll see. So these men say what they mean, and that changes everything. The first phrase is simple. I want. Sounds basic, right? But most men avoid saying it. Why? Because it feels risky. When you say I want, you're being clear about your intentions. You're not hiding behind jokes. You're not asking for permission. You're not hoping she reads your mind. You're taking ownership. Instead of, maybe we could grab dinner, if you're free. You say, I want to take you out to dinner Saturday. I know a great place. Feel the difference? One feels unsure, then the other feels grounded. And here's the key. Confidence isn't loud. It's clear. When you know what you want, it shows emotional strength. And emotional strength feels safe. Now, here's where most guys mess up. If you only focus on what you want, you can come off self-centered. You're self-centered. That's why the second phrase matters just as much. The second phrase is, I appreciate. This is where connection happens. When you tell a woman you appreciate something specific about her, not just her looks, you're showing that you actually see her. Instead of, I want to see you again. You say, I want to see you again. I really appreciate how easy it is to talk to you. Now you're doing two things at once. You're leading, and you're valuing. That balance is powerful, because attraction isn't just about desire. It's about being seen. Most men compliment appearance. Very few appreciate character, personality, intelligence, humor, energy. When you do that genuinely, it hits differently. But here's the part almost nobody talks about. None of this works if your words and your body don't match. If you say, I want to take you out, you say, you want, but you're staring at the floor, shoulders tight, voice shaky. The message collapses. People don't just hear words, they feel energy, your tone, your posture, your pace. That's what makes the words believable. So when you say, I want, say it calmly. Yeah. When you say, I appreciate, so done. Let it land. Sincerity beats smoothness every time. There's also something important about timing. Don't repeat these phrases like a script. That feels robotic. Use them in moments that matter. At the end of a good date, after a meaningful conversation, when there's a natural pause. Look her in the eyes and say, I want to do this again. I really appreciate the way you see things. That creates a memory. And emotions tied to memory are powerful. If this is helping you, hit the like button. It tells me you want more content like this. Here's the truth. Attraction isn't about tricks. It's about clarity and intention. When you express what you want and you express what you appreciate, you show leadership and depth at the same time. That combination stands out. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to impress. You just need to be clear and real. Subscribe for more practical psychology like this. I'll see you in the next video.